Clock whistle screams across the darkened holler, the last song that it ever sings for a poor man's final dollar.
The men walk up the gravel road, their faces hard as stone, carrying a heavy load of seeds that can't be sown.
The mountain's heart is cold and deep, and now it's gone to sleep. The promises it couldn't keep, our secrets we will weave. Oh, that lonely whistle in the dark is crying a final mournful, lonesome dying sound. It leaves a hungry winter's mark behind it on this forgotten patch of cursed ground. Forgotten patch of cursed ground.
Mama's staring at the stove, the pantry shelf is bare. We built our lives with callous love, now we're living on the prayer. A whistle in the dark, just a whistle in the dark,
fading on the wire.
The hunger now begins.
The valley holds the iron bones, where silent giants sleep alone. The gears have seized, the paint has peeled, the harvest rust has claimed the field.
My daddy's hands are gnarled and slow from seeds of steel that wouldn't grow. He gave his youth to this machine for a life of what might have been.
This hollow ground is all that we have ever owned, a bitter legacy of iron, rust and bone.
The river whispers alone, a slow and mournful sigh for all the dreams we built that were just born to die.
The screen door sings a weary tune beneath the cold and hazy moon. We count the change inside a jar and wonder how we got this far. This hollow ground is all that we have ever owned, a bitter legacy of iron, rust, and bone.
The river whispers a low, slow and mournful sigh for all the dreams we built that were just born to die. They say these hills will hold you fast, a shadow from a fading past, and every sunrise looks the same, just whispers of my family's name. This hollow ground is all that we have ever owned, a bitter legacy of iron, rust, and bone. The river whispers low, a slow and mournful sigh for all the dreams we built that were just born to die.
Just rust and bone. Yeah, rust and bone.
The valley holds the iron bone.
Sunlight cuts the dusty air through the window's broken pane, lands on hymnals filled with prayer, washed out by the sun and rain.
This old church was built on hope, with calloused hands and honest sweat.
Now I'm at the end of my rope, with silent ghosts I can't forget. And I am singing my hymns to all these empty pews, just a lonely voice inside this hollow room. Oh Lord, did you forsake this frontier town for good? 'Cause I'm losing faith right where your altar stood. The steeple casts a lonely shade across a dry and barren ground.
On promises that you once made, but now there isn't any sound.
The dust is settling on the faith that raised these rafters to the sky. Was it just a waste of breath? I am waiting for reply, and I am singing my hymns to all these empty pews, just a lonely voice inside this hollow room. forsake this frontier town for good.
'Cause I'm losing faith right where your altar stood.
Just the silence and the dust, and God and iron we did trust. Empty pews, so empty now.
Sun goes down on this factory town, another shift that can't be found. Brother's got the heavy shears, been doing this for a couple years. The chain link fence is rusted thin, a forgotten place to sneak right in. Smell of oil and cold decay, where good men's jobs all went away. Got a flickering beam and a silent prayer, cutting through the heavy air. Hope the watchman's fast asleep, got promises we have to keep. We're pulling midnight copper from the walls, ignoring all the siren calls. Every shiny, heavy strand is dinner money in our hand. This ain't a dream, it's how we leave, taking what they wouldn't give. The spools are heavy in the sack, there ain't no thought of turning back. Engines waiting down the lane to wash our sins off in the rain. Got a flickering beam and a silent prayer, cutting through the heavy air. Hope the watchman's fast asleep, got promises we have to keep. We're pulling midnight copper from the walls, ignoring all the siren calls. Every shiny, heavy strand is dinner money in our hand. This ain't a dream, it's how we leave, taking what they wouldn't give. Mama raised us better than this desperate, hurried, stealing plan. But empty plates and landlord's threats make you live with some regrets. We're pulling midnight copper from the walls, ignoring all the siren calls. Every shiny, heavy strand is dinner money in our hand. This ain't a dream, it's how we leave, taking what they wouldn't give. Midnight copper, red as rust in iron bones, and lonely dust, red as rust. Lonely dust. Its threads are worn, the colors fade. It's woven with our history, a heavy price the mountain paid. This patch of blue was baby's dress. The fever took him in the fall, left a hole of emptiness, 1941. These aren't just some cotton squares you see. They are the ghosts that cover me at night, stitched with sorrow and poverty's decree. Beneath this old and faded cabin light, this faded plaid was Grandpa's shirt. From deep inside the dusty mine, his lungs were filled with coal and dirt. He was just age 29. These aren't just some cotton squares you see. They are the ghosts that cover me at night, stitched with sorrow and poverty's decree. Beneath this old and faded cabin light, each fallen tear a careful stitch that holds these fragments of a life. A legacy I didn't wish, passed down from mother now to wife. Aren't just some cotton squares you see. They are the ghosts that cover me at night, stitched with sorrow and poverty's decree. Beneath this old and faded cabin light,
inherited these silent scars, this heavy quilt of who we are, of who we
falling cold. This coat is worn thin. That buzzing sign says cash for gold. I can't believe I'm going in.
My grandma gave this ring to me the day that I was wed. It saw her through the hardest times, at least that's what she said.
In the pawn shop window, heirlooms to trade for daily bread. I got two small children sleeping softly in their beds. What good is love when winter's kicking down the door? Is a memory enough to keep there by bodies are warm. My reflection in the pain is a ghost I used to know,
trading sunshine for the rain, just to help a flower grow.
In the pawnshop window, heirlooms trade for daily bread. I got two small children sleeping softly in their beds. What good is love when winter's kicking down the door? Is a memory enough to keep their bodies warm? The gold feels heavy in my palm, a circle of defeat.
The bell above the door just chimed,
And I step out on the street.
Diesel pumps were standing guard. The air was cold, the ground was hard. A single bulb above the door heard this same story told before. His boots crunch gravel slow and deep, while all the honest world's asleep.
there's still a pistol in the pale light. He swore he didn't want to fight, but a sudden flash rips through the night, leaving only blood on the blacktop tonight.
The clerk was young, not 21. His shift was almost nearly done. The man said, "Son, just fill the bag." His worn-out jacket was a flag of surrender to a losing hand, a stranger in a promised land.
A silver pistol in the pale light. He swore he didn't want to fight, but a sudden flash rips through the night, leaving only blood on the blacktop tonight.
You never know what brings a man to change his life and ditch his plan, to trade a soul for pocket change and end up cold and out of range.
lightning flash rips through the night, leaving only blood on the blacktop tonight.
Blood on the blacktop. The rain begins to drop.
Yeah, blood on the blacktop.
And the sirens call won't stop.
Ford screams down the mountain pass, wind whips through the spider glass. Red and blue lights painted black, there ain't no way we're turning back. Left the town a smoking fire, burning up on our desire. Hear that engine's lonely whine, a rhythm for your hand in mine, a siren song across the pines, erasing all the borderlines. This ain't gentle, this ain't sweet, it's freedom's pounding desperate beat, our runaway's lullaby. Your silhouette by dashboard light, a steady nerve and endless night. One wrong turn and we all through, but I go down to hell with you. The radio is only static, our getaway is automatic. Hear that engine's lonely whine, a rhythm for your hand in mine, a siren song across the pines, erasing all the borderlines. This ain't gentle, this ain't sweet, it's freedom's pounding desperate beat, our runaway's lullaby. Maybe morning never comes, just the sound of distant drums. From the pistons down below, the only prayer we'll ever know. I hear that engine's lonely whine, a rhythm for your hand in mine, a siren song across the pines, erasing all the borderlines. This ain't gentle, this ain't sweet, it's freedom's pounding desperate beat, our runaway's lullaby. The engine screams, the tires whine, a lullaby, just yours and mine.
The neon light is buzzing low, the sticky floor won't let me go. inside this place. Reflections on a tired face.
The barkeep, well, he knows my name. He pours a cure for all my shame.
Cracks up on the wall, each one a time I took a fall. I think of words I didn't say, the love I let just slip away.
The barkeep, well, he knows my name. He pours the cure for all my shame.
I'm taking my cheap whiskey communion in this dark cathedral of my ruin. The bitter taste is my confession, forgiving nothing,
Just obsession.
there ain't no choir singing hymns, just shaky hands and trembling limbs. This amber glass is all I trust to turn my iron heart to dust. Taking my cheap whiskey communion in this dark cathedral of my ruin. The bitter taste is my confession, forgiving nothing,
Just obsession.
my holy water's amber brown as another memory goes down, just going down.
Blacktop ribbon pulls me on. The engine hums a lonely song. Been chasing down a distant gleam, just living out a faded dream. The skyline cuts a jagged tear, whispering what I came to hear. Oh, that city's a neon mirage, a painted desert camouflage. It burns so bright but feels so strange. It's a colder fire on the range.
I left the dust and gravel roads, traded comfort for heavy loads. They said the streets were paved with gold, a story that's been oversold.
The skyline cuts a jagged tear, whispering what I came to hear. Oh, that city's a neon mirage, a painted desert camouflage. It burns so bright but feels so strange. It's a colder fire on the range. This concrete river doesn't bend, it only comes to a dead end.
The glitter's just some broken glass, a beauty that was built to pass.
Oh, that city's a neon mirage, a painted desert camouflage. It burns so bright but feels so strange. It's a colder fire on the range.
Neon mirage, fading slow. Ooh, just a neon mirage, nowhere left to go. Nowhere left to go.
1, 2, 3, 4. The full moon paints the pine trees white. There's something wrong with this here night. A snapping twig, a whispered name, a cold wind fans a guilty flame.
I start to run, my breath is fire, through tangled thorns and muddy mire. A shadow moves just past my side, two burning coals deep in the night.
This pounding heart's a funeral drum. I know exactly why he's come. You can't outrun the wicked things you do. That devil's coming and he's coming straight for you. Hear the thunder of his hooves on the clay. The devil in the hollers come to make you pay.
cracked paint on the ceiling. Sunlight is stealing through. A worn-out, faded feeling in this rented room for two. Left his letters on the table, left the key beside the door. Thought that I was strong and able. Don't know what I'm running for. And this cheap perfume is all that's left of me tonight. A hollow echo answers the pale morning light. I gambled love and lost it all on one foolish bet. And all I own is this motel room regret. Getting Bible in the drawer, the TV screen is buzzing low. There's nowhere left for me to go that I haven't been before. And this cheap perfume is all that's left of me tonight. A hollow echo answers the pale morning light. I gambled love and lost it all on one foolish bet. And all I own is this motel room regret. This motel room regret. So quiet, just regret.
The pavement whispers low, a story I still know. Each window boarded tight against the dying light. The company sign is rust, turn promises to dust. I see my father stand with callous steady hand, hear laughter in the street from faces I can meet. The general store is bare, just dust hangs in the air.
A phantom in the breeze rustles through skeletal trees.
Oh, these are the ghosts of the wild frontier. Their silent echoes are all I can hear. The people scattered, a future sold for gold, a tragic story.
closing all of us now.
Oh, these are the ghosts of the wild frontier. Their silent echoes are all I can hear. People scattered, a future sold for gold, a tragic story in the mountain cold. This valley holds their names in silent flickering flames, a legacy of bone beneath the weathered stone. Oh, these are the ghosts of the wild frontier. Their silent echoes are all I can hear. Of people scattered, a future sold for gold, a tragic story in the mountain cold. Yeah, just ghosts upon the road, a heavy, heavy load, driving through the dust. Just the ghost.
Roadblock up ahead, spike strips on the dusty red, engines ticking in the night, bathed in cold and angry light. Ran 1,000 lonely miles, lived on stolen crooked smiles. Never thought I'd make it far beneath the broken western star. Radio static cuts the air, a final whispered ragged prayer. This old highway has an
no more road to run. My judgment's done. My judgment's done. The old porch groans a weary sigh. The window panes have lost their eye. The mountain claims a timber high, where we were born and came to die. My grandpa's